Okay, this video is going to be a demo of me completing Lab 5 start to finish. Lab 5 is a little bit difficult for us because it uses some of the advanced stuff like Canvas, so I'm going to walk you through this one start to finish so everyone should get a good grade on this one. The next lecture series I'm going to pull back and go back into more of the basic JavaScript stuff, and then we'll move into some of the Node.js programs and stuff like that. Okay, so Lab 5, let's get started. It says you need, in your public HTML folder, you need a Lab 5 folder. So here we go. In that folder you need these three files. Okay, so I need an index.html. I'm going to go ahead and open Atom, my editor. Okay, here's my index.html file. So I make doc type HTML. Open, close the head tag. Open, close the title tag. Probably put that like that. And got a body tag. Open and close. And then let's put an H1 tag in here. So that's the basic structure. Must have a title. Alright, that's our index page. Okay, the index page, use an H tag at the top and name it Lab 5. Okay, so name it Lab 5. Do that for our title also. So this is a multi-file project, so you can't just double-click on the file and run it like a single-page app. Chrome has restrictions on that, so I'm going to use FileZilla and just copy my directory over to the CS website, and we'll test it that way each time. Okay, so there's our public HTML folder, and then on this side I go to my home directory, Luke, desktop, dev. Okay, and I just pull Lab 5 over here. Now we can see what it looks like. Lab 5. There we go. Okay, so that's working. We can duplicate this file because we need a canvas.html file. In Atom you can duplicate it, or you can use the cp command. Canvas. Right. And the instructions say canvas HTML, use an H tag to title it, and use HTML special characters, and we're going to name it Canvas with the special characters, and then we add a Canvas element to it. Okay, so this is Special characters escape sequence in HTML is ampersand, and then for the less than symbol you type LT, stands for less than, and then we say canvas, and then we escape sequence again, ampersand, and then greater than GT, semicolon. Okay, Adam highlights these so it's easier to see what's going on. And again for the H1, escape sequence ampersand, less than, semicolon, canvas, ampersand, greater than, semicolon. Okay, so let's save that. See how that looks. Of course it's not found because I didn't move it yet. Canvas. There we go. So we got the first 3 steps down. Both HTML files should link lab5.css. Okay, so first let's create a file. New file, lab5.css. Okay, then index, under the head tag, we're gonna create a link tag to link the style sheet. The rel attribute is basically telling you how the document you're about to link relates to this document, and it's a style sheet, and then what type of data is in it, text/CSS. Okay, and then the hyperlink reference, the href, is going to be lab5.css. And then close it. In Canvas we do the same thing. Make a link tag. How does it relate? Use the rel tag, or the rel attribute. It is a style sheet. What type of data is in it? Text/CSS. And then the href. The order of these attributes doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be rel type href. It can be whichever order you want. And this is lab5.css. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. Alright, let's see the next step here. Both these files should have a class attribute on the heading tag that matches the CSS selector that you'll make in lab5.css. In that CSS file you will center the text using the CSS property text align center, and also change the color of your headings on both pages. Okay, so here let's make a selector called my heading, and we're going to say text align center, and we'll say color. What do we want here? Let's do a see if we can do a purple. 5522. A lot of blue, little red, not much green, a lot of blue. There we go, purple. Okay, so this is our class that we need to add to the H tags. My heading. And I just made up this class. It could be anything, but it has to match whatever I put in Lab 5 here. And then in index.html, class equals my heading. Alright, let's move it over and see what we got. There we go. It's centered and purple. And let's just test the index file. Lab5, okay. Check and check. Okay, so we're halfway done. Yeah, okay, so take some notes about the functions used in the Canvas lecture and add them to this page, and underneath that add some questions. Okay, so we'll do on index, we'll do an h3 tag, notes, and then we'll do questions. Okay, you don't have to have much here. This is basically just practice making a website, but it'd probably be good for you if you typed in some notes and some questions. So just add a couple notes and a couple questions. It doesn't have to be much. I'm just going to add in some text because it's not really important. Probably put a p tag around that. Don't necessarily have to. There we go. Looks a little better like that, I think. Okay, and then you can do an ordered list, and then a list item is Canvas so cool /L1 / list item, and then ordered list. Okay, so that's pretty much it for that page. What do we got here? Tag must be paired. Oh, I don't have a slash here. There we go. Alright, let's move it over and reload. Notes, blah blah blah, questions, blah blah blah. Okay, that's good. That's done. Canvas HTML file should import canvas.js JavaScript file. Okay, so we're going to import the canvas.js. We need to create canvas.js. It's a new file. Canvas.js. Alright, and then in Canvas HTML, in the head tag, we're importing a library here. So we're gonna put the script tag in the head tag. Okay, if we're actually running JavaScript, we'd put it at the bottom of the body tag here, which we eventually will be running something, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put our script tag here, and then this one up here is going to be our import. Okay, so you tell it what type of data is in the file, and it's text/JavaScript, and then you reference the source file like an image. Again, it kind of sucks as these are use href here and then source here. So just remember they're different, and if you have to look it up, that's fine. So source, and the source is canvas.js. Okay, and let's put a little message in here so we know that it's working. Loading canvas.js. Okay, so copy it over. Canvas.html. Let's look in the console. It's loading. Okay, so it's working. Alright, on the canvas page, we also need to add our canvas element. Okay, the message inside is if the browser doesn't support Canvas. And then I like to add the attributes to specify the width and height. It automatically gives one, but it's kind of small, so I specify it. The width is, I like doing 640 by 480. Px. Move it over. Reload. Inspect element. Yep. Okay, I'm going to center this canvas element to. Now when we inspect this, notice it doesn't go all the way to the edge of the page like when we inspect that. So you can center the text, but text align has to be on the parent. So this text is the child and H1 is the parent. Here canvas is the child, so we're going to have to center the text on the body. Okay, so we can do that in our CSS file and just go body and then copy this text align center. Save it. Move it. Reload the page. Inspect. Okay, it's centered now. Okay, but it's white. We can't really see it, but that's okay. Alright, let's see where we are. We imported canvas.js. Okay, so we need to create some text on the canvas with a fill and stroke. Okay, so first things first, we're going to make a function that's going to execute our code. So we're going to make a function called draw and then we're going to put everything in this draw function. Drawing to canvas. Okay. So this function won't execute when we load this. Okay. When you load this script, it runs immediately. So it runs, and it runs this console log, and then it runs this function definition, but it never executes it. It just defines it, and so now it's available for us to use. Okay, so we go back to canvas.html, and then in our script tag, we can do draw, and we should see both messages now. Refresh and both of them. There we go. Alright, so now we're in JavaScript land. We can mess with the canvas. So let's get started here. We do a document. We have to get the canvas. So let's put an ID on it. ID equals my canvas. And here we do a document.get element by ID, and we have to match whatever ID we put on it. My canvas. Okay, so this function goes out and looks through the HTML DOM and grabs the canvas element, this element here. If we look in the dev tools, we can see it a little bit better. So it grabs this element. So we need to store that in a variable. Canvas element is what I'm naming the variable. So you define the variable on the left, and anything on the right gets saved to that variable name. So think of variables like buckets. This is saved into that variable name. So now I need to get the context from canvas element. So get context, and we're just drawing in 2 dimensions, so it's 2D. Let me do ctx dot what is it, style, fill style, equals red, ctx stroke style, forgot my dot, stroke style equals black. Okay, so let's make some text, and to make the text we do, well actually let's make the background color first so we can actually see our canvas. So we'll make it a light gray. ctx dot create rect, and then it's 0, 0, which is the top left corner, and then the width is 640 and 480. Or it's fill rect, isn't it? That's right. Fill rect. Okay. Oh, misspelled document. The page there, it's light gray. So now we can see our canvas. So let's do copy this and do some text. Red, black is fine, and we'll do ctx dot fill text. This is cool. And then we're going to put that at the X and Y. Let's say we just do 50, 50. And then we also need to do the font. ctx dot font equals 48 px, and we want serif. So let's just make sure that's working. Canvas is cool. Then we need to stroke that text. So you just duplicate the line and do stroke text. There it is. Alright, and then we need to make a rectangle. Let's get fill style blue, stroke style white, ctx dot fill rect. Okay, so let's make a rectangle over here somewhere. It's 640 by 480, so this is 0, 0, x value is 0, and then over here the x value is 640. The y value here is 0, and down here the y value is 480. Okay, so if we want it to start in the middle, we'll do half of 640, which is 320, and then we'll go ahead and do half of 482, so that's 240. And then the width and height, we'll do a width of 100 and a height of 200. Let's switch that. Width of 200, height of 100. Alright. And then we stroke that also. Fill rect blue. Oh, there it goes. Alright. Now we need to make a polygon. So we'll make the polygon a green color. So not much red, a lot of green, a little bit of blue. And we'll do ctx dot begin path. And then we're going to have to do a closed path. So we start out context dot move to, and let's say we want to make it over here. So this is about 100, 150 something, and then down 100. So we'll go 150, 150, and then context dot line to. Alright, so let's go x to 200 and y to 200, and then line to x to 300 and back to 150. That should be like a diamond shape, and then we'll go it should be 250. And we'll bring x back to 200, and then y. So wait a minute, move to 150, 150, 200, 200. That should be, the y should be 250. There we go. The x here should be 150. And then x here should be 100, and then the y should come back to 200. Okay, I'll go through my reasoning here. It's 150, 150. If you increase the x to 200 and then the y to 200, it's here. Then you decrease the x back to where it was and the y down even further. Then you decrease the x 50 more and the y decreases. And then you close the path, and that should be a diamond. Okay, so we'll do context dot stroke and context dot fill. Oh, I gotta, no, I closed path. Oh, I just had to give it a second. Alright, so it's a green diamond. So that's that. And then we'll just go ahead and do a circle too. Do the fill style. We'll get an orange, maybe. We'll get some red, some green. Get a, and then not much blue. Yeah, it's not what I thought it would be. Less green. Let's go. There we go. We'll make the stroke black on this one. Can't really see the strokes on the other one. Make those black too. Okay, context dot begin path, context dot arc, then let's put this circle around here. So this is about 300, and then go down to like 375, 400. Let's go down to 400. So 300, 400, make the radius of the circle 50 pixels, and the starting position is 0 and the ending position is 2 pi. Context dot close path, and then we do context dot fill and context dot stroke. So 300 should be there. Oh, pi is not defined. Oh, I did times pi instead of dot. Okay, so I'm taking 2 times, and then the math library has a property in it, pi, and to access that property you say, give me the math library, dot is an accessor, and it accesses the pi property on math. Oh, that was the problem there. Okay, yeah, let's move that back over here. 250. 250. Let's make it a little brighter orange too. Let's do a 77 and 33. And make that red way up there. There we go. There we go. So that's it for the canvas part of it. So if you just watch this video and type in everything I did here, you should be fine. Let's look back and see what else we got to do. So that's create some text, create a rectangle, fill in stroke, and either create a polygon or a circle. And then the last thing is create links to link all the pages together and to your home page. Okay, so here we can do a href home page, and the link to the home page is you come out of the lab 05 folder and go to index.html, and then we'll link to our Canvas Lab 5. And that is this directory's index.html file, not the parent. The parent is going up one level. So that's this directory's. So you can just leave off that if you want. And then we'll go ahead and do a link to ourselves. Link to this page is Canvas. Okay. And the reason I did all three is because I can just copy this and put them on my other page, and that way the navigation is the same on all the pages. Okay, I will have to oh, I did it, body text align, so that should be fine. So let's see if this all works out. Oh, I need to do a BR. So just copy this whole thing and go paste, save. There you go. Canvas, Lab 5. Canvas. That's kind of ugly, but it's fine. It would be good enough for an A. And then the last thing is we need to link Lab 5 on our home page. Okay, so I'll just SSH in. CD public HTML Pico index, and then I'll add li, add an a tag, href equals lab5/index.html, and then we do lab5/a. Alright, so let's go to our home page, see if that worked. Lab 5. Here's Lab 5, we can go to Canvas. There's Canvas, we can go to Lab 5, we can go back home. Nice and easy. Okay. that's the whole lab. So you guys should all get A's. Have a good one.